Okay, so a nice easy question to start with. What's your name and what do you do at GCU?
My name is Sean Barry and I am a fourth year audio technology student here at Glasgow Caledonian University.
So what personal qualities do you bring to the role?
I believe I bring my determination, my creativeness. I believe that throughout my time here at Glasgow Caledonian University I've always tried to bring up something a little bit different, something that's me, something that I believe in, something that I'd like to push forward. And I believe that as student president I can bring something that hasn't been seen before here at Glasgow Caledonian University and try to interact in a way that previous presidents haven't, and try to get more people involved and hopefully further the student association and the student life here at GCU.
So why are you running to be a full-time officer?
I am running to become a full-time officer as I feel like I have a lot to bring to the role. I feel like the way that I'm going to go about my campaign is a little different from what's been seen before. It's going to be a little more creative, it's going to be a little more flair to it, I would say. I'd like to almost change the way that almost a political campaign will be seen here. I want to make it a little more interactive. I want to get people involved, people excited about it. I want to increase the turnout here of people that do show up to vote. And more than anything, I just want people to realise that people like myself, maybe that haven't been in the student association for like the full 2 years that I've been here, that maybe they come and go in the student association, but they're not maybe one of the most well-known students in the student association, that they can go for these roles and that it really is open to everyone and that they can bring something to the university.
So if you're elected, what would you try and change in the university?
Within the university, I think there's a lot of issues with networking. I mean, a lot of us are trying to get to the same places, a lot of us do have the same goals and aspects, and we really can help each other out in getting there. And I myself have found struggles in trying to achieve these networking dreams of mine with tutors as well as students. You know, a lot of tutors aren't so keen on the networking aspect, not just the students. So I think there's a lot of work to be done there. For example, like we were recently trying to gain access to a studio with journalism students, quite friendly with a load of the journalism students themselves, and it was all the tutors and the head lecturers that weren't for having it, they weren't too happy about it. And in all honesty, that's fair enough, as it is their kind of equipment, it is their place, if you'd like. But at the same time, we're not trying to invade, we are students, we're just trying to help each other out. And I believe that although we might be incredible individuals, as a team we will be a lot stronger and we can get a lot further in our careers. So more than anything, I would just like to see more people come to the university, leave university and fulfil the career that they aim to achieve.
And what would you try to change in the Students' Association?
I think the Students' Association the past year have changed a lot. They have furthered the student lifestyle here and furthered the student experience, but I believe there is still a lot of work to be done. For example, we do promote bars like Walkabout and Bamboo, but again the issue with that is if people are going to Walkabout for lunch, you know, and we have food here in the Student Association, and you know, that's kind of sounding like almost a mixed message there. And I think we've got to be a little bit clear on that. If we get more people into the Student Association, you know, maybe we could lower the prices a little bit, make it a little bit more competitive, as opposed to places like Walkabout. So I think there is a lot to change in the Student Association. It is a very active place, but more than anything I want the footfall to increase. I think more people should be using it. I think more people need to be aware of the facilities of the Student Association. And it would just be great to have the Student Association as big as it is in some other universities like Glasgow, UWS or Strathclyde.
So what makes you the best candidate for the role?
I believe that I'm the best candidate for the role because I myself, I will never try to be anything else. I believe the creativity that I've mentioned before is unique. I'm not scared to step outside the box, do something that maybe hasn't done before. I believe in myself. I come up with things that I like to call visions or ideas, and I roll with them. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but I also believe that as student president I can engage with a lot more people. I can get people to be talking about the Student Association, and more than anything, just increase networking. You know, as I said before, like we all want to get to the same place, we all want to achieve our goals, and with each other we can really do that. So I would like more people to be coming here, and really I just want to be not a mentor, but I would want to be someone that people can look at and see that when they believe in themselves, believe in their dreams, those can come true. And I believe that I'm more than strong enough to be able to do that.
So tell us one interesting fact about yourself.
One interesting fact is I never actually got any hires in high school, believe it or not. When I went straight at HNC. When I showed up to the HNC for the induction day, I told my then-to-be lecturer that I never actually got what the requirements were. I was required to get 2 hires. Sat down, spoke to them, had a little chat with them, and it was pretty much based on that chat alone that they accepted me into the course that day. And when I went home that night, I told my mum that I'd never actually got in, and she just broke down. She just totally, she couldn't cope. Like, she didn't know what to think. She thought that I'd kind of blown chance there. And that wasn't nice to see, but eventually I did tell her that I'd got in, and she was a little more happy about that. But really just kind of seeing the relief in her eyes. It was fantastic, and ever since then, I think that I've just been growing and growing. I got an A in both my HNC and HND and came to uni, and not a lot of people thought that I'd be able to do that. And I also think it's just your mentality, when you put your head down, when you work at it, you really can achieve what you set out to do. And I just want people to know that, you don't have to be the brightest person in your year, you don't need to get the best grades and everything, but if you believe in yourself, if you work and you have the ability, or even if you work on the ability, you really can go places. And I believe all students deserve that opportunity.
And finally, in one sentence, what is your message to GCU students?
That would be very simple, to be honest. It would be, as individuals, we are incredible, but together we are unstoppable. And I believe that if we work together, if we figure out what our goals are, figure out what we can do for each other, we really can further ourselves and our careers.